is Jazzy the Kid.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to Taste and See with Jazzy. Today I am not only going to do a taste and see, but I'm also going to do a how to cook or how to make a strawberry crunch strawberry. There's a lot of people that's asking how to make strawberry crunch strawberry. So here I have the recipe for everything that you would need. I have Oreos here, vanilla Oreos. I have strawberry gelatin. I have butter melted in the bowl, and I also have the strawberries and, of course, the chocolate. So stay tuned. And if you like anything that you see or have any questions about anything, make sure that you leave a comment in the comments. I'll be sure to get back to those questions or concerns about what you may see. All right, let's get to it. Okay, so what I'm doing now, I am cutting the stove on about 7 or 8 on my stove here, and then what I'm doing is I'm pouring the chocolate. I'm using white chocolate to do the melt, just because you don't really want to have dark chocolate on the strawberries when you are putting the crunch on there. And I'm going to let that melt for a little bit. Also, what I like to do is take a little bit of coconut oil and put it inside of the chocolate just to give it a little shine here. I'll just put it in there. Yep, just a little coconut oil just to give it a little shine when it goes onto the strawberry. Not a big deal, you don't necessarily have to, but it really helps when I'm doing that. A little metal spatula here just to stir it, but it's not melting yet. So while that is melting, I'm going to go over and start the crunch. Alright, y'all, so right now I am getting started with the crunch. I have my vanilla Oreos here. So what I was doing here, it may look like a mess, but I was just taking the cream off of the cookies, but you don't necessarily have to do that. You could just take the cookies and crunch them up just like the way they are. So what I'm doing is I'm taking a couple cookies here. I'm putting them inside of a Ziploc bag just because I don't pull out my blender right now just to put it in there to blend them. But what I am doing is I am giving them a crunch here. I'm smashing the cookies up in the Ziploc bag just so they can get down to a nice little crunch. Before I finish the crunch, I just checked on the chocolate and look at it. Look at the texture there. And look at the consistency of the chocolate. That's the way it should look. You don't want it to get any more melted than this because it'll start sticking. So this is a nice, pretty little texture here. What I'm going to probably do is put a little more chocolate in there just because I'm going to need more than this for my strawberries. So I'm going to turn it down just a little bit on about a medium heat and melt some more of the chocolate, but it's melting pretty fast just because the water is hot now. So once this is done, I'm going to let it cool just for a second, and then I'm going to start putting the chocolate onto the strawberries. Alright guys, so as you can see, I have the crunch here in a bowl. Make sure your hands are very well washed before you do it, because I will be selling this to people, so I gotta make sure my hands are clean, of course. So this is what we have. We have the vanilla cookies ready to go. Here I have some strawberry gelatin here that I'm going to pour inside on top of the cookies. So this is strawberry gelatin. You can use any brand. You can use an off brand. You can use the Jello version that I have here in the video. Your choice. And what I'm doing is I'm just mixing in the gelatin with the cookies. I'm gonna put some more before I add the butter. Now you can use any butter as well. I use salted just to give it a little more of a kick. As far as the gelatin, I use about a pack, and then as far as the cookies, I use about a row of the cookies, but depending on how many you're making, you may not need that much. But right now I just put like a row of cookies in here, and then I'm going to use like a half a pack of the gelatin, and then I'm going to pour melted about a stick of butter, and then I'm going to take some of that butter and pour it inside on top of the cookies. Now I'm going to stop because I'm not going to pour all of it, just because I want to make sure I got a nice consistency here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this stick, or you can use your fingers, whatever, and then I'm just mixing in the butter with the cookies and the gelatin. I'm making a mess here. I'm going to use my fingers just because it's easier. And I'm mixing it in. And what that butter does, it just melts everything down. And you'll be able to really taste that crunch once you put it on the cookies on the cupcakes or anything that you're using it for. So here we have the actual strawberry crunch here. This is how it looks. Once again, you can take a spoon, or you can take your fingers again. If you're wearing some gloves or something, that should be fine. Just crunch down the cookies with the gelatin and the butter, just because you don't want these big old chunks on your strawberries. Now let's check on that chocolate and start dipping. So what I'm doing right now is I'm pouring that chocolate in this container here, just because it'll be easier for me to dip the strawberries in this container. I should use a smaller one just because I gotta dip far down. Let's see, I don't want to cook the chocolate too long. But this should be just enough just for me to stick it in nice and pretty, so the strawberries can turn out nice and pretty. Okay, now I'm going to take my strawberry. I wash them off and make sure that they dry really well. I'm going to take it and I'm going to dip it in the chocolate here. Be very careful because it could get messy. I probably could have melted this a little more, but it's totally fine. It's up to your liking. And then I want to take it and I want to lay it down on some wax paper or some parchment paper on top of the plate here. Don't worry about it sticking like that, because it's going to be fine once it gets done drying. Okay, so now as you can see, I have the chocolate on the strawberries nice and pretty there. Now I'm going to add the crunch, the good part, the goodness on top of the strawberry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hands here and I'm going to make sure it's nice and crumbled. And then I want to sprinkle it right on top of the strawberries. So don't worry about if there's some pieces that's sliding off. What you can do is just stick it on nice like that. Stick it onto the chocolate. If you're not comfortable doing this bare hand, you can always do it with gloves. That's better anyways. An alternative that you can do is if you don't want to sprinkle like the cookies on the strawberry, some people may want like the strawberry totally covered. So what you can do is you can take it once you get the chocolate on the strawberry there, you can take the strawberry and roll it inside of the cookie mix, just so that it can be all over there. Take it by the stem and kind of just roll it in the mix. Yep. And then when you're done, just take it and plop it right on top of your wax paper so that it is totally covered. Just like that. Okay guys, this here is the finished product of the strawberries here. This is the first batch that I made with the ones that I sprinkled the crumbs on. So all you need them in the fridge is for about 10 or 15 minutes. I have them next to some strawberry cupcakes that I also made, and I put the crunch on top of these as well. And here it is, the finished product. If you guys have any questions or concerns, once again, please make sure that you say something in the comments. I do have one that I am going to taste and see in the video. Give me 1 second here, just one. I have a small one here because it's late and I don't want to be eating too much. But here we go. That's a lot of strawberry, y'all. But it's so good. It's pretty quick and easy, guys. A little tedious, but it takes very quickly. 10 or 15 minutes in the fridge. And it's all yours. Thanks so much for watching, y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. See y'all in the next video. Peace out.